we don't ever take him for granted in Denver. I think he is one of the more disrespected reigning MVPs that I can think of in terms of the attention that he gets. But if you open up the dictionary, and you look up the word consistency, there's going to be a picture of Nikola there.
Yeah, Mike Smith. You know what? From one Michael to another Michael, I feel you.
To another Michael?
To another Michael, I feel you. Yes, I think disrespected reigning MVPs. Now, I can understand why his
You can take off the reigning.
I understand.
You can take off the reigning. He was disrespected last year. He was disrespected as MVP.
Yeah, he was. Oh, you know what? He was. He really was.
Oh, it wasn't like he was given his true respect last year as MVPs go.
He's disrespected. I can understand why the head coach of the Denver Nuggets feels that way, that his best player, the MVP of the league, is being disrespected. But I don't think it's not personal. Let's say it that way. And no one likes to hear that. When you feel like you feel some kind of way and somebody says, hey, it's not personal, you're like, well, the hell it isn't.
Well,
it is
I'm a
personal.
person. It's my feelings. I'm not supposed to take it other than personally. It's talking about me, right?
It's not personal. But
that's
this
the
is
definition of personal.
I'll tell you what the problem is. The problem is very simple. Save that water bottle. The problem is very simple, and it goes way back. It goes back before Jokic. It goes back maybe 20 or like the last 20 or 25 years. The MVP has become a lot of things. It has become sometimes the best player on the best team. It has become milestone that we haven't seen in a while. See Russell Westbrook. So that's cool. We haven't seen that in a while. But if you repeat that, we'll shrug at it. It's not a big deal. So Russell Westbrook, first time he gets a triple-double, first guy since Oscar. Everybody celebrates him. He's got to be the MVP. But then after that, Russell Westbrook averaged another triple-double and another triple-double. And he really wasn't an MVP, a serious MVP conversation. LeBron, I always use the LeBron James example. No matter what he did after the decision, I don't care what kind of season he had, he could have averaged 50. He wasn't going to win the MVP. People were mad at him. Writers were mad at him. Now, that seems crazy now. We're a decade past it. What do you mean you're mad at him? He a free agent, decided to go somewhere else. But no.
We've come so far. We've come
quite
far. A long way in the last decade,
so,
yes.
No matter what he did, he wasn't going to win it. But I will tell you, if you go back, now the numbers weren't necessarily better in Miami. Some numbers were better. That first year in Miami were better than they were his last year in Cleveland when he was MVP. But they were very similar, and he was out of the MVP mix. Yeah. So that's what's happening right now with Jokic. Jokic, he achieved it. It was his time last year. It was his time. And so he won it. And it's stunning, Mike. If you look at his numbers this year, they're better. He's averaging more rebounds this year. He's averaging more points this year. I mean, his field goal percentage is similar.
Point of order. He averaged 26.4 points a game last year. He's averaging 25.7 this year.
All right, similar.
Your rebound point.
But the rebounds are way up.
14 to 10. Yeah. Assists are down ever so slightly.
But still giving you 7.
Blocks
right?
are
7 assists per game.
Blocks are still giving you 7 assists a game. Blocks are up, but that's just the counting stats, Michael. I mean, we know they don't have from one Michael to one Michael to another Michael to another Michael. They don't have Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah.
Right. You know, they don't have Jamal Murray. They're 20-19. They're in the play-in territory. They're 6th in the Western Conference. But I'll give the ball right back to you. This is the most mind-blowing assist. Counting stats don't do it justice. Okay. This is the most mind-blowing assist, mind-blowing statistic that I read about Nikola Jokic today. Okay? The Nuggets are outscoring opponents by 8.8 points per 100 possessions with Jokic on the floor. They're being outscored by 14.1 points per 100 possessions when he's not on the floor. That is a 22.9 point swing, and that is the largest among any player who has played at least 150 minutes. You were saying.
Wow, that's amazing. I mean, that's the numbers. The numbers suggest, and the advanced numbers suggest that he is pretty much the Denver Nuggets. He's a franchise. We all know that.
All players in touches per game. He leads all players in touches per game.
And you know, Mike, I guess really what this comes down to, and I don't really want to. I'm not really trying to jump on MVP voters. They got a hard job. Everybody's looking at them. Now we just happen to be looking at them as basketball. We're just basketball fans. We're basketball fans who have covered the sport at different times, just from an objective journalistic standpoint. So we don't really have any stake in it. We're observers. But some of these voters, and Mark Spears has brought this up before, some of these voters get a hard time because if they don't vote for certain guys, and certain guys have incentives, and it can be a little tricky here. I'm not even getting into all that. I'm just saying from a basketball standpoint, this is difficult, and I wish the award hadn't morphed into this. It's morphed into where are we? Well, whose turn is it? Or what are we looking for?
It's been that. I don't morph. When did it morph into that? I feels like it's been that. Because, I mean, this Michael, ain't nothing new under the sun. We've been having this same conversation since Jordan.
Seems a little more
since
pronounced
Shaq.
now. It seems a little more pronounced.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But since Jordan and Shaq, and LeBron, when they had a right to that award practically every year, there was always the conversation about, it's more about narrative than it is about who's actually the most valuable, which is why there's been an argument for moving it to after the postseason, but it's a regular season award, because once somebody gets knocked out in the first round or they fall short in the postseason, then you start to reassess whether they should have gotten in the first place. It's a headache. For whatever it's worth, Basketball Reference, their MVP tracker, has Giannis first, Jokic second. If you don't mind, can I sneak in a LeBron take that I may or may not come to regret? I don't know.
Ooh.
Because this is what we're talking about.
I like that. I like that. Oh, let me sit up here. Let me sit up for this.
Well, because let me load up my guns. No, because when it comes to LeBron, I feel like, if I may say so, I kind of dropped the mic on it. And by drop the mic, I mean I found a place of when it comes to LeBron GOAT conversations. When I think this was, I don't know when this was early in the show.
It was early in the show.
When I said for me, it's LeBron versus Jordan is Stevie Wonder versus Prince. I personally prefer Prince. You're a Stevie Wonder guy. I think it's a matter of preference now with LeBron versus Jordan. I think it does a disservice to them both.
20 seconds. Can I get 20 second timeout though? 20 seconds.
Be my
20 second
guest.
timeout.
Be my guest.
Only 20 seconds.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, you serious? Like, do you really? I mean, or is that
prefer Prince?
Theoretical, or you're saying you really prefer Prince over Stevie Wonder? I mean, you do?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I don't love Stevie Wonder. Yeah, you knew that.
Okay.
You knew that.
No, I didn't know.
But you're a Stevie guy. The moral of the story is there is no wrong answer.
I love Prince too. I love Prince.
I know, but you love Stevie a little bit more. The moral of the story is there is no wrong answer. But if you know me, if you've ever listened to Michael Smith, you know that I will go to my grave saying that Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time. But I will not judge you but I will not judge you if you say LeBron. LeBron he's transcended that debate. That debate is old and it's tired. So that's why I settled on Prince versus Stevie Wonder. And I think a lot of people got where I was coming from. Having said all that.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Is it possible? I'm about to split hairs like a mug right now. I'm about to split hairs.
Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here it is.
Is it possible to be the best basketball player ever and not the GOAT? Oh, I got another one. Oh, I got it. This is so old. God, this is so old. This is so old. You know what? I said I got it. Eureka. I guarantee you, plenty of people have said this. I'm not going to flatter myself by thinking I came up with an original take here. Right. I think other people have said
it. It might be.
But I got it. I got it.
Let's see if it rings familiar.
I got it. Because we were talking about MVP with Jokic a moment ago. We were talking about people being taken for granted. You can say the same thing about Tom Brady, who could be the MVP every year. You can say the same thing about Aaron Rodgers. LeBron is Rodgers. Jordan is Brady. Okay? As in, and here's what I mean by that. Okay?
Okay.
You know how, and the only reason, I'm not saying verbatim. Don't hold me to this. I'm not saying they're exactly the same.
Okay.
I'm saying
All right, okay.
Brady's the GOAT. Jordan's the GOAT. But people like me believe that nobody has ever played the position better than Aaron Rodgers, which is, contradictory to say, well, if that's the case, he's the GOAT, right?
A little bit.
It's
a little bit.
It's still, right, it's confusing, but it makes sense to people like me.
Yeah. Make it clear.
Okay.
Make it plain, Minister.
Yeah.
Make it plain.
Make it plain. LeBron, he's not the GOAT. But if you're talking about the best person ever played basketball, the dude's playing center now. I know he's not playing traditional Shaquille O'Neal, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Hakeem Olajuwon, old school center. My guy is playing center now and killing it. Michael, since Anthony Davis went down, okay? So this is 11 games, okay? In 36 minutes at age 37, okay, he's averaging 34 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 6 assists. At one point, the Lakers were averaging 127 points a game with him playing center. Okay?
Right.
I read this today. This is year 19. At age 27, 10 years ago, LeBron averaged 27 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 53% from the field, 36% from three.
They went MVP
this year,
that year?
I don't remember, but that's not the point. This year,
Okay, I know.
29 points,
Go ahead.
29 points, 7 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 53% from the field. Michael, his player efficiency rating this year, hold on, let's make sure I get this right. 27.5. His career player efficiency rating is 27.4, which is, of course, second all-time to Michael Jordan's 27.9.
Yeah.
We have seen him reinvent himself year after year. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there we go.
Where'd that come from? Where'd that come from? See?
Oh, wow.
It's not
Come
just.
on.
I knew it wasn't original.
There's
I knew
a
it wasn't
difference.
original. I knew it wasn't original.
But yeah, hey,
I knew it
y'all,
wasn't
like,
original.
why,
I figured somebody had. I figured somebody
why
had said
can
that
y'all let
already,
Michael
so
Smith?
Can't
Why
get
can
excited.
y'all
Why
let
couldn't,
Michael
why
Smith
couldn't they let me cook?
let-
They just went and searched
Yeah,
it
like-
because they don't want to let me be
Hey, you
great.
know, man.
They don't want to let me be great.
Yeah, come on.
That's fine.
Come on,
but
like,
I will always
it's
have
like,
Prince versus
wait
Stevie
10
Wonder.
minutes.
I was
Wait.
first on Prince versus Stevie Wonder. I had that though. But again, it must. I guess great minds, or maybe it must. I said it because it feels right, because it's so obvious. Regardless, LeBron
not
to be
obvious.
reinventing himself again this year as a center. That's why I said earlier, I'm not watching the Lakers through the lens of will he win another championship. I'm just appreciating this while I still can. And I'm talking about this man and giving him his flowers while I still can, and not doing it and not cheating myself out of the joy of watching LeBron James find new and creative ways of being great by reducing it to a Michael Jordan debate. That wasn't the point of this conversation. The point of this conversation is that at age 37 and year 19, dude is just as consistent and putting up the same numbers as he did at age 27. That's just stupid.
That's
all I have to say.
Right. That really is. And there's been no drop off. All right, so let me just tell you, can I answer your question? Can you be the greatest basketball
so answer my
player?
question. Can you be the greatest basketball player, but not the GOAT? Because it's like when you think of a basketball player, like he is a creative player. You cannot create a better player in 2K than God did when he came up with LeBron James. He was built in the lab.
All right, you can do that, but then you may have to for that to work, you're going to have to accept some things that kind of change the conversation. So what makes somebody the GOAT, you have to go off the court a little bit. What makes Michael Jordan the GOAT is a lot of on-court stuff and a lot of off-court stuff. You know, the explosion of Nike, the way people looked. Were people trying to look like LeBron James? People were trying to look.
That ain't even
like
it for
Michael
me.
Jordan.
That's not even it for me.
But that's the only way. That's the only way it works. That's the only way it works.
Intangible.
Because otherwise, it doesn't work. Because I don't buy like LeBron, Jordan. I can make that argument. Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, I really can't make it. I can't see Aaron Rodgers playing the position better than anybody's played it, yet Tom Brady has all the numbers and all of the championships.
As I once said, he united the belts.
See,
you know how in boxing they got all these different champions with different belts. Brady's united.
That's a harder one.
I get it.
Brady Rodgers is a harder argument to make. It's harder to sell me on that one. LeBron, you can sell me on LeBron Jordan, but you must bring in the cultural impact of Michael Jordan. Now, I got to tell you. Now, listen. Let me tell you.
We talk
about everything.
Golly, I get it. Fine.
Give me another one.
I get it.
Roll him in. Tag board. Give me more tag. Give me more tag board. That's an inside joke.
Sorry.
More tag board.
Everything I say.
Roll him in.
I spend 2 hours a day, every day, coming up with interesting new things to say, and y'all about to rub it in my face. And this is fine.
I want more.
Fine.
I need another.
Fine.
I need another Aaron Rodgers.
So that's what. So we need that.
LeBron
Y'all
James.
can find that like that. Well, we can find tweets to make Michael look. Okay, got it. Noted. Okay, noted. They just searching Twitter now, trying to find all the takes they can find. Got it. I got it.
Got to be somebody.
Wasn't new. It was Captain Obvious.
Hey, I love it. There's got to be another one. One more left. But Mike, Jordan, when I say we talk about everything, all right, so we talked about, some of the stuff we talked about privately, we bring it public too. So we know, unfortunately, there's still, in our community, there's still like a light skin, dark skin thing. Now, hold the music on for a second. You can't go to the music on this.
Oh, wait. Oh, okay.
You can't. No. There's still like a light skin, dark skin thing sometimes. And you've experienced it and I've experienced it from different perspectives, obviously. Michael Jordan was such a presence. He was such a presence to young, dark-skinned African-American.
You said that before. Yeah,
he really was.
I mean, it wasn't a pitch. Well, yeah, pitchmen didn't look like him.
He really was.
Black
He really
dude?
was.
Yeah,
and just like the fact that
dude.
he was at one point he was seen as not just a great baller, but then he was desirable. Like he was a model, and everybody was following, like wanting to be like Mike. We hadn't seen that. It wasn't overwhelming. So that was when I say cultural impact, there was that. There was the shorts. There was the shoes. He made going bald cool. Thank you very much. Everything.
Yeah.
So that is, if you bring that in, yes, go.
But I don't. Let's go to break. We got.
But if you don't bring that in, you can't do both.
I don't like to bring that in. I don't like to bring that in because I just think that muddies the waters too much. Because then people bring in LeBron and his activism, but they bring in LeBron's activism and LeBron's, voice and how he's used it differently, and his platform, how he's used it differently than Jordan. I don't think that's fair. So no, I like to keep it on the court.
All right.
That was funny though. They found them tweets. They found them receipts. Michael, that's been taken.
We got some more. I'm gonna find some more. I'm gonna find some. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.